first enchanter Orsino. You survive.
Your relief overwhelms me, Knight Commander.
Dope fucking staff.
There is no time for talk. We must strike back before it's too late.
And who will lead us into this battle? You?
I will fight to defend this city as I have always done.
To control it, you mean? I won't have our lives tossed to the flames to feed your vanity.
I won't have you two.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
You're not even of this city.
Neither am I. Yet I don't hear you complaining about us both fighting to defend our home.
Very well then. But whatever you plan, be quick about it.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell us then, what is our course of action?
Let's find out what the Qunari are planning, but not risk our necks in the process.
An excellent choice. Let's move quickly.
Casually walking around town with the most politically important person in this whole fucking area for many miles. From the interaction you had with Sten, you could hear that in that encounter when you were with the guards, the Arashok never intended to kill you.
And they've already taken it over.
He was trying to kill everyone around you. He wanted to capture you, to convert you.
Because I'm cool.
This is the only way in.
Important in the city.
We must assault them now before their numbers grow.
Are you mad? They have hostages. We need a distraction.
Decide quickly. We have no time.
A direct assault is too risky.
We'll need to get you inside and catch up as soon as we can.
And just how will we do this?
Have confidence, Knight Commander. You will not conquer this city without a fight! Cerebos! Finish Caucus!
One-man army.
It's what a mage is. Especially a first enchanter. That's basically slang for strongest mage here.
Seems like a walking Dumbledore.
Yes. You remember the first enchanters from the Origins? The first enchanter was the leader of the mage at the top?
Yeah.
An example of what if a mage uses powers for good.
Before or after they sell their soul to a demon?
I think you're surrounded. Oh my god, you're actually doing the smart thing? Well, kind of.
What the fuck? Anders, what's hitting you?
Got smacked by a mage by the looks of it. That's where the strategy UI would come in handy so much.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you would have done with the strategy UI.
Send everyone to a corner?
You always lure the enemy to you.
Mm-hmm.
Might need a redo where you're fighting more like the Revenant.
Look at me!
Stunned.
And even then...
I'm too good looking to die this young.
Remember in Origins, the worst part about being a melee rogue as the main character was I always ended up in the front of every battle and just started losing health dramatically because I would initiate the fight and get all that initial aggro instead of the actual warriors.
Huh, sounds like a fucking joyous gathering.
Here is your Viscount.
Oh, he's dead.
You dare? You are starting a war!
Look at you.
No finishing.
Like fat doth Russie, you feed and complain only when your meal is interrupted. You do not look up. You do not see that the grass is bare. All you leave in your wake is misery. You are blind. I will make you see. But we have guests. Sinead Dawn, Hawke. I expected you. But for all your might, you are no different from these bars. You do not see.
Seems sad.
We can still work this out.
Perhaps. Prove yourself, Basra, or kneel with your brethren.
Curious. Honor guard.
Parshera. You are Basilit An, after all.
Yeah, I'm
Few
elite.
in this city command such respect. So tell me, Hawke, you know I cannot withdraw. How would you resolve this conflict?
Let's talk this over. Maybe one day we'll look back on this and laugh.
I think not.
Arisha Kost. Cunanam Ebrator. You have granted this man Basilit An. By this admission, he now has the right to challenge you.
Oh shit.
You know our ways.
I know that respect is hard won, but it also earns privilege.
What say you, Hawke? Do you agree to a duel?
Anything special I should know?
We fight to the death, you and I alone. Kill me and the duty that binds me is ended. The others will return to Parvullen.
And if you kill me?
Then you are dead.
You think I can take him?
I think you could try. I mean, what's the worst that happens if you die?
Marathas!
Try
So
again?
shall it be.
You have a bunch of DLC stuff. And plenty of potions. You don't really need the tank stance for 1v1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, did you say 1v1?
It reminds me of a not easy mode low gain fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
He impaled you.
Well, obviously.
I like how you're actually using the other potions now.
Yeah.
I like how he's using potions.
Yeah,
I don't think Logain ever used potions.
I think he did.
That's a true 1v1 right there. When even the opponent can drink potions. You have so many.
Good thing.
You only have so many because you haven't been using them, but...
You're dead, bitch. Thanks for the level up.
One day, we shall return.
If you get Basra Elite and there's no one to know that you've received it, does it still count?
Well, they know.
And they'll tell everyone, right?
Probably.
Is it over?
Fucking bitch.
It's over. The city has been saved!
They would have helped had you gone with the frontal assault. The only reason they weren't there is because you chose the sneaky plan.
Sneaky plan's better. I robbed this bitch of a victory.
It appears Kirkwall has a new champion.
You seem confused, Seeker.
The champion killed the Arashok in single combat? It just sounds so...
romantic.
romantic.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're developing a little crush.
Wants to suck his
Don't
dick.
be ridiculous. The champion just seems very... heroic in your tale.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling the truth. If you are, then... what happened at the gallows may be far different than we assumed. I need to hear it.
Let's say I tell you. Then what? Is the Chantry out for revenge? Is that what this is all about?
No, it's not that.
Then what about me? If what I tell you isn't what you want to hear, will you still let me go?
I will let you go.
Well, now we're talking.
None of this is what I thought it would be. Tell me what really happened.
Alright, so there I was, right? I turned
Champion
Super
of
Saiyan.
Kirkwall. That was the reward. A fine title. Every noble at the keep owed the champion their lives.
Money. Power.
He wasn't just a hero. He was now the most important person in the city. Except for Knight Commander Meredith, of course. With the Viscount dead, she stepped in to keep order. Things quickly got out of hand. The more she squeezed the mages, the more they resisted. The more they resisted, the tighter she squeezed. After 3 years of that, it
So
all
3 years have passed now.
crashing
Yes.
down.
The Major Circle is dead.
No.
Are they about to hold a little revolt?
I know you fear us. Knight Commander Meredith uses that fear to take control of your city. She opposes every effort to replace Viscount Dumar. And you have seen the chaos of her reign. Will you allow it?
Return to your homes. This farce is over.
Wait! Perhaps there are some who might disagree with you, Knight Commander.
Do not hide behind the champion. He has no role in this.
It would be better if you both calmed down before this gets violent.
I should remain calm while a mage provokes an uprising. I think not.
I think the champion's views would be appreciated. Or do you fear what he has to say?
I fear nothing. My only interest here is in keeping order and protecting the innocent.
You've been the champion for 3 years.
And these motherfuckers are going at it.
What are you trying to do here? Cause a rebellion?
The people of this city need to know what is really happening.
And then what? They tear down the gallows with pitchforks and torches? That would be better?
It cannot be worse. Your refusal to listen to reason leaves me no choice.
What I refuse to listen to are excuses. Perhaps you are ill-fit to your position if you cannot understand this.
It's quite an opposite dynamic to in Ferelden. The first enchanter, Irving, and Gregor, who actually got along really, really well.
Yeah,
and they were like best friends. You'd think they'd be friends since they were kids.
Like, hey, if they fail their fucking thing, stab them. All for it, dude. Do it.
Gregor was really he was similar to her in that if any mage fucked up, he'd fucking go for it. He'd do what he was supposed to do. but he really respected Irving. So all it would take is one word from Irving. It's like, all right, whatever Irving says, I believe. That's how that literally ended at the end, when the whole thing turned to fucking shit. Mages were turning into abominations everywhere.
And he was still okay with keeping the circle without enacting the fucking wipe.
The Templar that you met in Act 1 or whatever comes up and says, we gotta kill them all quick, we don't know, he could be a demon too. And Gregor goes, well, you a demon, Irving? It's like, of course not. We're gonna be fine, we just do this. Right, Grey Warden? Grey Warden's like, yeah. And Gregor's like, well, Irving says he's fine, so you go to the Chantry, I'm having enough of your shit, and you, well, I can't give you Templars, but we can give you the mages. We'll fix this place up.
And we did.
Threatening each other isn't going to help
Been like
matters.
7 years
And
since
what
that
should I
happened,
do instead?
by the way.
Allow this to continue?
An Inquisition takes place after
The
this.
first enchanter accused you of trying to take control of the city.
The city. I am trying to keep order until there is a ruler capable of succeeding where Duma failed.
And if not, will the Templars rule Kirkwall forever?
We will not stand idle while the city burns around us.
The Templar
Seems pretty
order
fine if
exists
we've
to
gone
guard
3
the
years.
Chantry and Circle. I suggest you let the nobility
I'm just
rule
going
the
to point
city.
out,
I do not need you or anyone
doesn't
to
she
tell me what
sound
my future
very
is.
familiar right now?
Like the way her voice or the way she's speaking.
What she's saying. Weren't we just basically hearing the same thing 3 years ago?
From the Aeroshock?
From the Aeroshock? Is this not exactly what the Aeroshock was saying?
If it will keep the peace, I will step in.
That is not going to happen.
Do you see? She is incapable of reason.
Your measures have become more extreme over the last 3 years.
And you could do better? How well did you guard your own mother? Did she not die at a blood mage's hands?
Ouch, a low blow, dude.
Leave my mother out of this.
Cold corpses speak louder than abstract freedoms, do they not? As long as that's true, Kirkwall needs its Templars more than it needs a new ruler.
And when will that end? When will you stop seeing evil in every corner?
When it's no longer there.
She's really not power hungry, she's just paranoid.
Rogue mages are constantly threatening the city.
Exactly. Would you have us do nothing in response?
I would have you not paint us all with the same brush. Not all mages are waiting for the opportunity to wreak havoc.
Only when they
you
need
know
it.
as well as I that temptation
Just, you know,
preys on
almost
every
all the ones
mage,
that aren't
no
in the
matter
circle.
how noble their intentions.
You push us into desperate acts, and then use that as justification to press even further.
This argument isn't helping matters.
No, it's not. Stand aside if you will not see what is right here.
This won't be resolved here. We need to sit down and work it out.
You are naive, champion.
You will find that not everyone bows to your will, Knight Commander.
My. Such a terrible commotion.
This mage incites rebellion, Your Grace. I am dealing with the matter.
Ah.
Where are those two in
Orsino.
rank?
So frustrated.
Like, I know the
Do
Chantry
you
doesn't
think
have
this is truly
control
wise?
over the
No,
Templars directly,
Of
but like
course not. Young men, would you show the first
Yeah, they do.
enchanter back to the
they do.
circle?
Okay.
Gently, if you please.
You're trying to figure out the ranking
Your
between
Grace.
Meredith and her.
He should be clapped in iron.
Meredith
Made an
is
example of.
That's enough,
more of
Meredith.
a military leader.
Demeans us all.
She
Surely you can see
is
that.
essentially the right
Go back to
one
the
of the
gallows and calm
right
down,
hands
like a good girl.
of the divine.
Okay. And the divine controls.
This is literally like it's not a prophet, but it's the closest thing to a prophet other than the
You
divine.
have
It's
my
like the next
thanks
thing.
for stepping in, champion.
What she
you have
says is the word of the divine.
You're the Grand
The
Clerk.
only one
Aren't
whose
you
word
in
matters
charge of
more
the
is
Templars
the word
themselves?
of the Divine.
Oh my.
She's very
You
powerful.
have
People just
quite
keep
the
popping in and
estimation
out.
of my abilities. Gentle people of Kirkwall, return to your homes, I implore you. This will not be solved today.
The Knight Commander's role here
Now I must
especially is
attend
to
to the
take care of
gallows.
the circle. The thing is just
See
that
reason
the
if
city
the
is a
Maker wills
circle,
it.
essentially.
Thank you
Which
again,
allows Meredith to
champion.
stretch her control. Especially with the sheer number of Templars she has.
Yeah, because like in the previous Dragon Age game, like the Templars wouldn't do jack shit.
There wasn't
outside
very
of the
many of them.
circle.
Yeah, in Ferelden there wasn't very many of them. The one thing you gotta remember is the Chantry is from Orlais. So there was Chantry and there were Templars, but there wasn't a large Templar force there. There was what was needed to maintain a rather average tower, as compared to this fucking place, and some Templars around some places for the Chantry. But nobody running Ferelden at that time was going to say, hey,
A fig for her.
Orlesian Templars, come!
Madness in this city.
Double down your military presence here.
Yeah.
It was more like, keep as little here as you need, you know?
What will it take for you to see that she's crazy?
They wouldn't even let,
Mages
Logain
in
wouldn't
glass
even let the
houses
Grey Wardens
shoot
in from
throw
Orlais.
fireballs.
That bitch can basically say anything,
Yeah.
and Meredith has to listen to her.
Yeah. Do you know what I did to the last
By now, you must
motherfucker
see
who
what
was
an injustice the Templars are.
abusing his authority
I?
because he was
I see
paranoid?
Templars trying to control what they have good reason to fear.
But they go too far.
Fucking killed him and appointed
Talk
a
to
new
Hawke
king.
about his mother. Ask him who went too far.
You can't hold all mages responsible for that.
It doesn't take all mages to cause this. Only the weak ones.
Hello again, champion.
Back to the barracks. I never tire of it. Guardsmen, duties for the week will be...
Lowtown canvas. 5 on, 3 off.
City perimeter by 2s. Clear by 2nd watch.
Training recruits full metal by week's end.
Anything else, Captain?
No. Thank you. Donnic is a good man. I'm sorry, was there something you wanted?
Sucking his dick?
You never said how your 3 weeks in Orlais went.
Ooh.
You're right.
Oh, they're married?
Whew.
Hot in here.
Anything else?
Your men could give the Templars a run for their sovereigns.
They've had to. As long as there's no Viscount, the Order thinks they can bark at any man in uniform. I won't have it. The people of Kirkwall need to see themselves in their guard. Lose that connection, we're just targets.
Kirkwall seems to have rallied around you.
I try to keep order, and people appreciate that. Everything else is going insane. A few complaints here and there, but for the most part, I think everyone's just glad the guard has been stable for a few years.
Just checking in. Need anything?
Blissfully quiet at the moment. I'm sure it won't last.
I'll see you later.
Of course, Hawke.
Can't wait for the war with Parvalin. I know it's coming. I knew Ukraine was coming. I know Parvalin is coming.
You guys good?
Praying.
To a candle.
Yes.